不要なトラブルに遭わないように注意してください。こちらは新宿警察署。
Hello and welcome back to Kyū shigai. I'd first like to start off by saying Happy New Year to absolutely everybody, and thank you very much for helping me hit 200 subscribers before the new year came in. It was absolutely amazing and it meant a lot to me. Sorry I've been away for a while. I actually had the dreaded COVID. I'm now a lot better. Thank you very much to everybody who sent me some messages on Twitter and Facebook. It was very nice of you, but I'm still not 100%, but I am feeling a lot better now, which is absolutely amazing. I have to say I was probably one of the lucky ones to get away with it as I have. But we're back in Kyū shigai now, building, so yeah, let's crack on with that, shall we? And on screen you can see right now I'm building something a little different. I'm playing about with some POs, some keys, and what I'm actually doing is I'm building a train station that kind of goes underground-ish. So you've got this big hill over the top here, and this road that goes, connects the two hills together, and in the middle you've got like a little valley that goes into the main city. And I've stuck a train station actually in between that. So we're going to have buildings on top of that, and it's going to connect and look absolutely amazing. Now, I do want to apologise. I do cut a lot out of this video, just because otherwise it'd be way too long. My original cut of this video was around about 45 minutes long, and that's just too much. So where I'm doing things that I do so much and you see all the time, like just placing buildings down, that type of thing, I tend to cut that out just to speed up the video. Okay, so I'm building the entrance now to this train station, and I love these props here for these gates. They're just absolutely fantastic, and they really help make this look a bit more realistic instead of just having a big open doorway or just using the doorway props. I can actually make it look like a train station. I have a little ramp there, as you can see, which is obviously for disabled people and people in wheelchairs, just because we have to have access to absolutely everybody. I do end up going back and putting an escalator there as well. The escalator props are absolutely fantastic. They come in several different parts, and you can make it as long as you want. There is now an animated one on the workshop, which I've seen. I've got that. I've not actually used it yet because it is one size. It didn't really fit in here. As you can see now, I'm putting down the like Shinkansen gates. They don't end up staying there. I do remove them. I just can't get them to stay in place. For some reason, when you lower them or raise them, the glass moves, but the main prop itself stays in place, which was a bit strange. So I just end up taking them off by the time you see the cinematics for this bit. I have to say, it's really nice to be back into the game and getting, building again. I've done a lot. I haven't been able to stop building since I've been back in, which has been fantastic, and so I've got so much done. And now I've just got to go back and edit the videos. I'm still, like I said, having a bit of an issue with my voice and holding my breath, which is why there's so many random little cuts within this edit here. But I'm still dedicated to producing content, so I'm going to start doing as much as I can really. Going back to once a week is my aim for uploading videos for you, so hopefully we'll be able to do that, and we've got more stuff to come. I am working on a new series which I mentioned last year, which will be being released sometime this year, and that is going to be really good. I really started enjoying doing that. I'm not going to tell you what it is a complete secret, but you know, that is coming up soon. Also, another thing that I've changed is I've rebranded again. I know, third time, but I was just getting really fed up with the look I had. I wanted to go for a more traditional Japanese sort of look, there being, you know, Sakura Nation. It's a very much Japanese term. So I wanted to go for that Japanese font, and I found this really nice font online, and it just looked amazing, so I went for it. But anyway, that's enough rambling from me for a bit. Let's leave you to watch what I'm doing on screen, and I'll be back in a bit. So as you can see from the cinematics and this shot here, I did actually build quite a lot above the train station that you didn't see. Again, I had to cut quite a lot. It was a shame because, you know, I really liked what I did up there and it was really good, but it was all intents and purposes just a bunch of PO work. It's just me turning a building to PO, cutting the bottom of it up and putting it in place. That's literally all I did, so you didn't really miss much. Moving on to the front of this train station now, and the street that it's actually going to sit on, I'm just going to put down some shops and some buildings here, a couple of houses, because you know, want some residents in this little town. And yeah, just bring it a bit more to life with some greenery and some props and stuff like that. Not forgetting the all-important vending machines, which is all we put down. And those not trains, what am I thinking about? See, I told you, it wasn't 100%, I've lost my marbles. The bike parking that's there, they're amazing and I absolutely love them, and I use them wherever I can, to be fair. Them and the parking spaces, which are like multi-story car parking spaces, but there's like just 3 of them in a stack. You know, they're very common in Japan, especially in places like Osaka. So I had to do them there, and they just look absolutely amazing. So I'm going to use them around the place as well. So this bit coming up here, I really enjoyed making this. This is like a little stairway going up to the next level here for people who are in the middle, in the little valley. They can kind of walk up the stairs straight to it instead of driving, you know, in case they are on foot. A lot of Japanese people do tend to walk around. You know, you can get to anywhere in Japan by walking, getting on the train, getting on the tubes. You know, it's quite easy to do. You don't need to drive. Unfortunately, a lot of people do drive and they're very congested over there. It is a actual problem, but hopefully, you know, it'll get less and less as time goes on and people evolve. But going back to this build here, yeah, I like doing this here. I use those retaining walls there, going across just to kind of bring that wall back a bit, and plus it looks very Japanese. And then these lovely pedestrian walkways here, they're absolutely fantastic. They're actually designed for an over-the-road bridge, but they work really well here. And then I use an invisible path to, you know, make people be able to walk up it. Before anyone says it, I know they're the wrong way around again. 8 episodes in and I still mess it up. Stupid Westerner in me. The sad thing is, they were the right way around when I put them down, and then I flipped them, because to me, in my head, that makes sense. I do apologise. I'm eventually one day going to get it right first time, but not today. I find that one of my biggest issues with this game is, and personally, is my attention to detail. I do class myself as a bit of a detailer when it comes to this game. I like to detail all the little things, like here I'm doing the long grass that's behind the buildings. It gets a bit too much after a while, so I start to tone it down. As episodes will go on, you will see that. And also it's killing my FPS, like, really badly. I've got all the new FPS mods, and I'm still sitting around 2 to 3 FPS, when I'm looking at the city. So it is, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. But I'm just cracking on with it because I enjoy what I do. I love building this stuff here, and I'm hoping you guys all enjoy what I'm actually releasing for you as well. So moving on to the other side of the road here now, is I'm using these really nice sort of key park props that they come up as parks, but they look like keys. But the really good thing about them is you can put them down as buildings, so you're building it as you want it to look instead of using the actual key prop, the key networks, which kind of just cut into everything. And you've got this lovely bit in the middle with the stairs, and they're yellow as well, so it fits in really well with the theme, with the pavement tiles as well. And I absolutely love it. So I'm going to go with that, and then I'm going to put some buildings on top, some buildings in front, a few little shops as well, very traditional looking. And I'm going to detail that up, and I really hope you like the way it looks by the time I'm done. And I will return after the next set of cinematics. Okay, so we're back. So we're going to work on this top layer now. I also do some work on that little middle layer, but you won't really see much there because it's just things like rice fields, farmhouses, all the stuff that I've done 100 times and you've seen it. So there's really no point me going back and showing you that. And if you want to see me do some rice fields, a couple of episodes ago, I'll put a load of them down. And I'm going to do more as the series progresses, let's be honest. It's Japan, rice fields everywhere. So I'm working on this top layer here now. First of all, I'm going to do the stairs going up to it. There's a lot of that in Japan where you've got a lot of break walls and retaining walls, and they'll have steps going up to it. So people can just walk up to it instead of going all the way around. I'm going to put a load of buildings up the top there, and of course I'm going to PO them so they don't bring the land out. You know, often when you put a building on top of a hill, it flattens the land around it and you get a little square coming out. It's really annoying. So I'm going to PO the buildings and then use the same things that I've used since the beginning of this series. Back in episode 1, I'm going to use the service cubes to turn them all into shops to make people come here and use them and make the place actually function. I've mentioned them a million times, those service blocks, and I do recommend them. There is a block for every building in this game, and they're absolutely amazing. Like I said, I've been using them for all 8 episodes so far, and the 10 episodes I've got ahead of this or whatever it is, I use them every time, and you know, they're godsend, and without them PO wouldn't be as good as it is. We're able to go in and PO something and then make it function still. And that's something you just couldn't do a few years back. And now the world's your oyster. Although, don't over PO because it just causes so much lag. I've got some, like, at the moment, at time of recording, I probably had around about 14,000 POs. At time now, I've got around about 60,000. Granted, most of them are the Japanese Tokyo handrails that go around all the roads, but it is what it is. That does cause a bit of lag issues, but not as much as having 100 billion props everywhere, so it's a balancing act really. Because there's a load of rice fields around here and they go around the back here to where I did the first set of rice fields, and they're going to connect eventually, is I'm actually going to put this little sort of grain silo and mill here. This kind of little town's got a bit of an industrial feel to it, where they're actually going to focus on, you know, dealing with that rice and getting it all ready to get out to the consumers and the shops and everything else. It's amazing how much detail you can actually bring into a scene with, you know, vanilla fences in this case here, and some greenery, some bushes, some trees. It just really does work, and it doesn't take a lot of effort, guys, and you can go out there and you can make an amazing looking scene with about 2 minutes worth of work. It's surprising what you can actually do. So here I am, I was telling you about how I basically PO a building and then reduce the bottom, and you can see me doing it there. There's a lot of PO work on this bit here because, again, I don't want the land sticking out. I want it kind of sitting where it is. And these buildings are too big, so I'm going to shrink them down, make them fit, and then stick some industrial service queues in to make them function. Okay, we are done. As promised before, here's some rice fields being PO'd. I'm a man of my word. I really hope you enjoyed everything I've done today, and it's really good to be back. Like I said, I am feeling a lot better. So, thank you very much for sticking around. The ones of you that did stick around my YouTube channel, not to the ones that unsubscribed. I see you, I've got eyes. But over 50% of you that watch my video aren't actually subscribed to my channel. So hit that button. You don't have to hit the bell notification. It'd be nice if you did, and you can be told when I've actually uploaded something. But either way, if you want to subscribe, feel free to do so. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up for me. It really does help. If you want to hit the thumbs down, again, feel free. YouTube still pushes my content out. I'd rather you didn't. I'd rather you liked my content. But if you don't, then, please tell me as well. Also tell me in the comments of how I can improve, what I can do to make this a lot better for you and so you enjoy it. I've got a load of assets on the workshop. Please feel free to go to the workshop and subscribe to my assets as well. There's some amazing Japanese stuff out there. I like to think that I'm incorporating and helping out with that. So, feel free to do. And if you have enjoyed everything I've done, please drop me a pound on my Buy Me a Coffee link down below and check out a few of my friends, which stuff is absolutely amazing, as well as a few other things I've done. And if you didn't see before, I did a few builds for $2.20. I built the Itchy and Scratchy studio in Springfield, so go over there and check out that live stream where he puts it down. It looks amazing. Thank you very much for featuring my build, my friend, and great series so far. I'm absolutely loving it. Enjoy your evening, guys. Bye bye.